Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to use array CountIF and array CountIFs functions. Okay, what is CountIF? CountIF function has only one if. That if condition is satisfied, then it will count the records. Okay, CountIFs function is also counting the records, but it has a multiple ifs conditions, and if all the conditions are true, only then it will count the record. Okay, what is array CountIF? Array CountIF is this if condition is not simple, the criteria could be a array. Okay, if you send a array, the criteria itself is a array, then it will become a array CountIF, and this is a array formula, and it brings you a set of outputs. Instead of one single cell value, it is going to bring out the series of outputs. Okay, similarly array CountIFs also accept the condition itself as an array, and it will also give you the array of results. That is the CountIFs array formula. Okay, so how can we use these two, array CountIF and array CountIFs, in example? I will show to you in this example how to use them, and using data here. Okay, so what I have is the data of products category and sales. Okay, I have about 277 records, and each record having a product name as well as the category, whether it is old category or new category, and the respective sales. Okay, so now here in the array CountIF, in the example, what I am going to do is I am going to count the number of records for each product. Okay, for example, here I want the Alice Mutton, count of Alice Mutton records in the full data set, in the source data. But at the same time, I don't want to do it by cell. I am going to use the array CountIF formula to get this to be done. Okay, so how can I do the array CountIF formula to get the full set of counts for all the products? Okay, for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this product list, okay, as this criteria list as a array, and get the count. Okay, so how can I do? First of all, I will show you in the simple CountIF, then we will move on to array CountIF. Okay, how to do the simple CountIF? Okay, the range is what, where do you want to look for the condition? Okay, so I want to look for the product list, because I'm going to check whether the product is Alice Mutton or not. Okay, so I want to look it for this product list. Okay, before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the names for product list and the category list, so that we can use it easily here. Okay, and the formula is also more readable. Okay, I'll go here. I'm going to give a name for the products here. Before that, I want to delete the already given names. Okay, I deleted the names given here before. Now I am going to give a new name for the product list. I am going to give product list. How can I give the name? Just select all the records of product list. Okay, go and define name, right click, then you will get a define name. There you can give a product list. okay, and this is the name will be attached to all the product records here in the column. Okay, similarly for the category, select all the records of category, all the values of category cells, right click, select, right click, go define name. It's category list. Okay, the sales I'm not giving, for time being I'm not giving any name because we are not going to use the sales in this example. Okay, so now we can go here how to use the CountIF function first to get each product. Okay, why we are using CountIF? Because we have only one condition, only one if. We are going to check only the product is equal to a given products here. Okay, okay, for this first cell, is the CountIF range is what? Where do you want to look into? I want to look into the product list. Okay, usually the condition is split into two arguments, one is left hand side and right hand side. In other words, one will tell you where do you want to do, and the criteria will tell you what do you want to do. Okay, the range is where do you want to do. I want to do it in the product list. I want to check it in the product list. You can do it this way, a full set of product list, but actually what happens here, it automatically brings the predefined name. This name we already defined for the products, and the criteria is what do you want to do. I want to check this product list. The product Alice Mutton is there or not, which is nothing but the cell E3 value. Now you press enter, you can see 13 records for Alice Mutton, but here this value is E3 is for this product name. Similarly, we have a series of products. So instead of giving criteria one by one, we can specify the whole set of criteria and get the result in array format. Okay, we can say this instead of E3 we can give the full set of criteria list, and make it as array formula. Then what will happen, the Excel will pick first element of this array, and it will check with the product list and check all the elements and all the records in the product list. It will count it and bring it the result. Then again it will pick the second element and do the same with another CountIF. So it will be a sequence of CountIF functions. Okay, so that could be done using a array formula. Okay, if we are doing a array formula, what we need to do is that we need to select all the output cells, because this array formula is a multi-cell array formula. It is going to bring the results in multi-cells. Okay, because you are going to send the criteria as array, so the result is also will be a array, is a array of counts. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to select the cells where the output needs to be, telling Excel by selecting it. Okay, this is the output cells. Okay, then in the first cell is highlighted active in the selected cell, so you go there and now write the array formula. Count if open bracket the range. What do you want to do? I want to do it in the product list. what do you want to do? I want to do check the product Alice mutton first, then anise syrup next, and so on. So it is also a array. Okay, then close the bracket. Okay, wait, since it's array formula, you cannot simply enter, you must press Ctrl Shift Enter, telling the Excel that you are writing a array formula. So I will press Ctrl Shift Enter now. You can see by one stroke of pressing Ctrl Shift Enter, it puts all the CountIF functions, different CountIF functions here respectively, and bring out the result of counts. You can also see the function is enclosed by the formula is enclosed by a braces. That means it is the array formula. Okay, so you can see the overall counts. We will see how many records are there by selecting it. Go to the status bar, you will know 277. That is our overall number of records. So this is very fine. It uses a CountIF function because only one condition, which is we are checking only on the product. Okay, now we will move on to array CountIFs. Array CountIFs function. Okay, in array CountIFs function we have two conditions to check. One is the product and the category. Okay, for the first row it is like the product needs to be Alice mutton and the category is new. Okay, so I will show you first how to write a simple CountIFs function, then we will generalize that to array CountIFs function. Okay, for that purpose we first I just hide this one for you to view it easily. CountIFs. Why I am writing CountIFs function? Because it's two conditions here. Okay, product and the category. Okay, so what we have, criteria range 1 and criteria. Okay, the criteria range is always where do you want to do the condition, where do you want to perform the criteria, and criteria is nothing but what do you want to do it. Okay, so criteria range is nothing but I want to perform it on the product list. And what is the criteria? I want to check the product name Alice mutton is there in the product list, which is nothing but H3, the cell H3 value. Okay, similarly criteria 2 is nothing but category, it involves category, so I want to check it in the category list. And what I want to check? I want to check whether the value I3, which is new. Okay, so this way I can keep writing different criterias inside the CountIFs function. If all the ifs are satisfied, all the conditions specified here are satisfied, in this case two conditions specified here are satisfied, then only it will count that particular record. If the conditions are not satisfied, it won't count that record. So close the bracket, enter. You can see 4 records for Alice mutton and new. Is it true? 1 2 3 4 records for Alice mutton. Okay, the same way for Alice mutton and old. How can we do that? 9 records. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 records for the product is Alice Mutton and the category is 9. So now you can see the criteria is here, H3 and L3, which is performed on H3 is performed on product list and I3 is performed on category list, not L3, I3. Okay. Similarly, next line it is H4 and I4. So it itself is a range or array. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we are going to send this range for the criteria itself is a list of criteria, and the category criteria also a list of category, and get the output in a list. Okay, for that we are moving for CountIFs array formula. Okay, so if it is an array formula, what we are going to do is that we are going to put it in the different cells, because it cannot be, it is a multi-cell array formula, because when you send the criteria as array, it will also return back a set of outputs. So set of outputs, you want to select the result is also a set, so you want to select all the cells where it needs to return the answer. Okay, so what I am going to do is I just select all the cells first, because obviously how lengthy the product criteria, the same length will be the result set also. Okay, the criteria is about 50 records, then the result set is also obviously 50 records. Okay, because it is going to fire CountIFs function one by one for the every element in the criteria list. Okay, I selected this. In the first cell is active cell, it is a light color. I press equal to, now I'm going to write the CountIFs function. CountIFs, the same way how I written. So our criteria range is nothing but where do you want to perform the criteria which is in the product list. Select the product list, and what do you want to perform? You want to check where it is this given products, which is also an array. Okay, similarly for the next criteria on the category, where do you want to perform the category criteria? In the category list. Category list. What do you want to perform? I want to check it for each element in the category criteria list. Okay, so it is 2 criterias, then close the bracket. Now you see you have put a product list needs to be checked for each element in the product criteria list, as well as categories needs to be checked for each element in the category criteria list. Okay, it will take first element of product criteria list and first element of category criteria list, and it will fire the CountIFs function, then bring the value here. For the second element of this criteria arrays, it will bring the second answer. Okay, so this way it will perform the CountIFs array formula. Okay, so now how to enter this CountIFs array formula? Since it's an array formula, you need to tell the Excel that you are entering a array formula by entering Control Shift Enter, not simply enter, Control Shift Enter. Control Shift Enter. Once you enter the Control Shift, you can find it fired single CountIFs inside the array formulas and bring out the answer, the count for each row. For example, this row is Boston crab meat product and what is the old. Okay, there are 8 records there. Okay, similarly for each item it brought the count. Okay, if you add all the counts, you will see the total number of records. $277 records. Okay, so this way you can use the array CountIFs to give the answer. You can see the array CountIF, the CountIFs formula or any formula used in array format, it is enclosed by braces. I will unhide the previous example. Okay, so to recap, array CountIF is only for one product criteria, for only one condition. Okay, but for array CountIFs we have multiple criteria combined together, product as well as category. Okay, hope this video is helpful to you to understand the array CountIF and array CountIFs. Please leave your comments and suggestions, as well as please subscribe to my channel, and God bless you.